Welcome to Stories of Success about Jamie Dimon. Today we will talk about Chief Executive Officer of JPMorgan Chase's career. James Dimon is the Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of JPMorgan Chase. His net worth is estimated at $1.8 billion. Dimon was included in Time magazine's 2006, 2008, 2009, and 2011 lists of the world's 100 most influential people. Sandy Weil left American Express in 1985 and Dimon followed him. The two then took over Commercial Credit, a consumer finance company. In 1998, Dimon and Weil were able to form a large financial services conglomerate, Citigroup. Dimon left Citigroup in November 1998, after being asked to resign by Weil during a weekend executive retreat. On December 31, 2005, he was named CEO of JPMorgan Chase. In 2009, Dimon was considered one of the top gun CEOs by Brendan Wood International. On January 24, 2014, it was announced that Dimon would receive $20 million for his work in 2013. Dimon oversaw the transfer of $25 billion in funds from the U.S. Treasury Department to the bank on October 28, 2008. This was the fifth largest amount transferred under Section A of TARP to help troubled assets related to residential mortgages. JPMorgan Chase advertised in February 2009 that it would be using its capital base monetary strength to JPMorgan would be fine if we stop talking about the damn nationalization of banks. We've got plenty of capital. To policymakers, I say, where were they? They approved all these banks. Now they're beating up on everyone, saying look at all these mistakes, and we're going to come and fix it. JPMorgan Chase was arguably the healthiest of the 9 largest U.S. banks and did not need to take TARP funds. In order to encourage smaller banks with troubled assets to accept this money, Treasury Secretary Henry Paulson allegedly coerced the CEOs of the 9 largest banks to accept TARP money under short notice. Political endeavors. Dimon donates primarily to the Democratic Party. In May 2012, he described himself as barely a Democrat, stating, "I want jobs. I want a more equitable society. I don't mind paying higher taxes. ... I do think we're our brother's keeper, but I think that attacking that which creates all things is not the right way to go about it. I think it's very counterproductive. I've gotten disturbed at some of the Democrats' anti-business behavior." After Obama won the 2008 presidential election, there was speculation that Dimon would serve in the Obama administration as Secretary of the Treasury. Obama eventually named the president of the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, Timothy Geithner, to the position. Keep in mind, though, there are a lot of banks that are actually pretty well managed, JPMorgan being a good example. Jamie Dimon, the CEO there, I don't think he should be punished for doing a pretty good job managing an enormous portfolio. Dimon has had close ties to some people in the Obama White House, including former Chief of Staff Rahm Emanuel. Dimon was one of 3 CEOs, along with Lloyd Blankfein and Vikram Pandit, said by the Associated Press to have had liberal access to former Treasury Secretary Timothy Geithner. On May 15, 2012, Obama responded to a question from Whoopi Goldberg regarding JPMorgan Chase's recently publicized $2 billion trading losses by defending Dimon against allegations of irresponsibility. In December 2016, Dimon joined a business forum assembled by then-President-elect Donald Trump to provide strategic and policy advice on economic ISS. Dimon misled investors and regulators in April as losses rose dangerously to $6.2 billion on a monstrous derivatives bet made by the so-called London whale, Bruno Ixil. This was a story of success about Jamie Dimon's career. If you enjoyed this, make sure to subscribe and join us for more.